Hi guys, welcome to the channel of love. I cannot see anything, so I can't actually see what I look like. So we're going for this. We're outside. The sun is shining on my back, and I'm not sure what it's looking like your end. I'm sure we're recording. Okay, I have some cards I've chosen. We're out in the garden. I thought it'd be nice to listen to the birds. It's extremely hot on my back. It's nice. I brought out the Journey of Love with me. Okay, already out of their box. Happy Monday, guys. It's Monday afternoon. I couldn't tell you what time it is. Maybe about 2 o'clock? Maybe. I can see all the ladybirds. Okay, well, that's beautiful. Let's pull some cards. That's interesting. I've got 2 cards here that have I've got the Witch's Tarot with me. I don't have much room. We do have a cup of coffee though. Happy days. I have some sunglasses. I don't think that makes a difference. Let me have a look. No difference. So I have the Witch's Tarot here. I've just kind of got a selection of cards that I've stacked up together outside of their box. I do have the Fairies Tarot, which is still in the box here. And 2 cards are slid off. Ace of Cups and the 3 of Wands. They're 2 nice cards. We'll keep them. Let's give these a shuffle and see what else wants to come out. I'm perched on the edge of my sun chair because if I was to sit back, we'd be way too relaxed. Okay, not sure what that sound was. Oh, if it's 2 o'clock, you might get to feel the earthquakes. Okay. Stop there? I'll stop there. Okay, and then we have the Enchanted Map. Oh, with these cards, I love the reverse meanings. Some of the reverse meanings are absolutely awesome. So let's shuffle these in, and then we'll twist half the pack and shuffle them again. Okay. Let's get a card. La la la, la 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 la. I need you, baby. La la la, la 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 la. I've got to have you, baby. Okay, we've got ourselves a little reading here. Bless you. Sounds like someone sneezed. A pussycat, maybe. But we've still got the Oracle of the Fairies. Let's put our decks. I chose those cards. I'll have those, thank you. Bottom of the deck. Let's have a look. Oh, the Tower. The Tower's that way. I'm not kidding. The Tower's that way. I'll hold it up for your sake. I'll hold it up for your sake because I can't actually see. See a bit of red or the bushes. Okay, we got the Tower. The Tower's here. Lightning has struck home. 2 figures falling out of this tower. It seems like it's electrifying within this environment. Okay, I'm not actually feeling like a really bad energy. I'm feeling as if this tower is energized with energy, vitality, life force. And it's enough to shake you to the core. So it's more of the light being too bright. I get that. You're blinded by the light. Okay. So we had the 2 cards that came out that were kind of on the table. It was actually the Ace of Cups and then the 3 of Wands, but we have the 3 of Wands coming up first here. What's going on? You've got yourself like a, what do you call it? A sweatband. You've got yourself a sweatband. Something in my eye. All your waters look really calm. You've got no sails on your boat. A bit shaky. The energy's been a bit shaky last few days. I do hope you can hear me. Where's your sails? Plain sailing. Don't need sails. Plain sailing from now on. Where are you off to? Cup of love. It's overpouring, which takes me to the energy of, like I was saying, within the tower. There's a lot of life force there. Okay. I'm feeling as if life's becoming electrifying for you. In a good way. Systematic. Dramatic. Why, it's a grease of lightning. We pulled out 5 more cards. Let's have a look. We have Divine Feminines here. All varieties of Divine Feminines. They're not overly excited. Okay, it's not they're unhappy. They're just not they're contented. Life is bliss. It's contentful. Life is contentful. Hello. Just Emily looking out of her bedroom window. Is life contentful? It's beautiful, isn't it? Yeah. Yeah, see? Not overly excited, but contented. This is a card of celebration. So we have 3 feminines here. You can see they all look slightly different, unique in their own way, and they're all feeling very contented. Okay. What about you, masculine? That's what I want to say. How are you feeling? How are you today? What about you? Are you contented? Are you happy? Is it all plain sailing for you? Because I feel like it's the first time that we've really seen feminines in the spread. So how are you doing, Divine Masculine? Sweatband. Are you sweating it a bit? Okay. Lose your cloak. Lose your cloak. That's interesting. I'm wondering what the Journey of Love card is. Lose your cloak. So I feel like you've had this heavy cloak around you. It's like, come on, strip off. Okay. That's why you're so hot. Lose the layers. Well, you kind of, it looks a bit lighter, your coat. You're taking a back step. It's the 2 of Wands from the 3. So now it's like you've taken a step back to have a look at whether or not you're contented. Are you happy with the way things are going? You've got your calico cat here, Lily. Not sure where she is. She actually jumped up onto this chair as I was kind of getting the laptop. So she's around and about. What's interesting that I haven't noticed before is that there is still this boat here. It's by the cat's ears and it doesn't have any sails. I'm really assuming that you can actually see these cards. It's for Mr. Waspy. There's Jasper. I just can see Jasper walking around the kitchen. Okay, so it's like you've taken a back step to have a look at your world, your life. You've got your earth there. Okay. The 2 of Wands. This is about wanting to be a success. I felt like well, the door was open. You still chose to use the cat flap. And the door's open. Okay. What are you flapping about, Divine Masculine? Your cape's flapping here. I said lose your layers, but I don't feel that you actually did. You kind of, it's like you brushed it over your shoulder. When you brush something off. Here, sorry. That's a bit cooler. Rolling up your sleeves, maybe. Okay. You hear the waspy, Jasper? he likes to come out when I'm out. So when I come out, he comes out. He's found his little spot there under the tree. The ladybirds are there, Jasper, that's where they live, in there. What was next? And then we have the Emperor again. As you can see, it's I felt this royal. You want to feel like royalty? Okay. You got your armour on here, your suit of armour, and you've got yourself like a royal cape. This feels a lot lighter. It feels more like silk. It feels a lighter material than the material here that you've been carrying, or maybe brushing off. And okay, so there's a couple of kids here. They look happy. They look like they're getting along. Feels like the girl's actually informing the boy. Okay, so I don't know whether or not that's the divine feminine informing the divine masculine. It's all going to be okay. Got the golden globe there. It's all going to work out. So I'm feeling more the Empress energy here. The wasp is extremely close to Jasper. Okay, and he's just kind of gone, that's it. Not close enough to be near his mouth, but he's kind of, did you tell it, Jasper? Oh, when he was younger, I used to tell him he'd be all right. Our old house, he would walk along our fence, and there was a bush that seemed to attract bumblebees that was kind of draping over the fence, and he would come back and his lip would be so fat because he'd been bitten by a bee, and his paw, he'd have a really fat paw. It's like, you'll be all right. So don't go playing with them, Jasp. His paws are tucked away. He's in like traditional cat position, under like this. Okay. So it's feeling as if the energy here is, as Jasper has just displayed, it's not like he needs any force. It's kind of it's a look, or it's a nap. A nap? A nap. A nap takes me to you going into meditation by resting. It's a resting energy. So it feels like you're directing things via your will. You don't have to assert yourself. You can just say to the wasp, stay away, and it's done. Okay, so it is. Oh, look. Have a look at the flowers here. I'll show you this because I can just lift this up. Oh. Can you see that? I've got to change the positions because this one's not growing. It's not in the sun enough. If you're not in the sun enough, how do you expect? So if you're in the shade all the time, you're not going to grow, are you? That's coming out into the light. It's bright, I know. Okay. I felt the arm of the chair here. Have a look at the look that this creature's giving. Now it's Aries, so you would expect it to be a ram. Is like looking down at this carp, scowling. Okay, and it does look like the Ace of Cups. So I feel like you're having a little bit of a revisit about what it is that you treasure in your life, and maybe stop scowling at love. You've got the Golden Globe here. That's what it's all about. Then we have the Queen of Cups. So she has this cup of love, or this cup. Okay. She looks lost in her own world. Interesting. She's blocking. Oh no, I don't think she's blocking. I think that she's pointing out with her foot here is that there's a way through, a way under. She's stretching her toes out. So she's sending you signs, messages, and this will be about using the power of your, or just your power. Okay. When you want something to go away, it's gone, if that makes sense, as in with the wasp. Okay. No drama, and there's no exerting yourself to have to reinforce your boundaries, which would make me feel as if you're very secure in your root chakra. When your root chakra is secure, there's no need for you to enforce anything. It just naturally enforces itself. Okay. And we have an unhappy masculine here. Now, this mermaid has the Ace of Cups. You're actually looking at the Two of Cups. And then you can see that there's 3 that are on the floor. Well, hers is on the floor, but she's got a hold of it. Something's got a hold of my heart. Bit of Gene Pitney coming in. Mark Almond. Okay. 2 very different characters. Something's got a hold of my heart. Now, if you can see where this cup is here, there's a flow of water. And that's the water that I felt could flow through this little, if you want to call it tunnel, underneath this gap underneath her, the sole of her foot. About you wanting to be a soul man. You've got to go deep, deep within, to really tap into what it is that you truly desire. How does your earth globe look? Is it golden? Okay. There's a stubbornness here. I'm not sure if you're stubborn, Divine Masculine. I feel like you're feeling cold, left out in the cold maybe. Are you missing out? What do you feel you're missing out on? Maybe that's the question. All the beauty, you're missing out on all the beauty. Change the way you look at things, and the things you look at change. Should we have a look at the enchanted map? Rescue in reverse. Change the way you look at things, and the things you look at change. This card, he's in a hot air balloon, isn't he? He's got a telescope. And the feminine, she's kind of in the cave. Well, she's not. She's like me, just outside. Outside of her dwelling. Okay, she's on her own little island here. Floating island. I feel like no matter where this feminine goes, it's always beauty. Beauty is always with her. Look at the rainbow coming out of the chimney top. Okay, let's look at the journey of love. Oh, we're going to read this in reverse. We are. we are. Card number 16. Sweet 16. How would you do things if you were 16 again? What would you do differently? Okay. Well, imagine that you are 16 again. The quote is, you're always safe and secure and free to be yourself. The reverse meaning, are you trying to rescue another? Do you believe your love can change someone and miraculously heal this person? Or are you waiting to be rescued? Do you believe that someone will sweep you off your feet and take away all your troubles? Reverse, the rescue card cautions you against romanticising your situation right now. Look closely and see reality as it is rather than the illusion of how you'd like to be, how you'd like it to be, or the illusion of how you'd like to be. Interesting. Let's reread that again. We don't want any misunderstandings. Look closely and see reality as it is rather than the illusion of how you'd like it to be. You need to step back and rescue yourself. Trust that Spirit will guide you to expose the illusions so that you may discern the difference between truth and fantasy. And this is where the Divine Feminine is, in this energy of just being contented, not overly excited, not over joyful, just in this state of contentment. It does feel like she is showing you that there is a way through for you, Divine Masculine, like for you to save your soul, but you need to save your own soul. And so she sends you the signs, but the only person that can really help you is you. But first you need to admit that you do want to actually help yourself. Okay. And if you do, book yourself in for a reading. Some of you are due for a reading, and you know who you are, especially if you had a reading about 5, 6, 7 months ago. That reading's out of date. That reading would have manifested. Okay, it's time for a new reading. Get in touch, guys. Either do a Celtic cross or a flea flow reading. Okay, £25. I want to really be focusing on them this week. It's really weird. I can't even see myself. It's like, okay. Maybe some people do not want to hear what maybe is going to be coming out, or the guidance. You have to be ready. You've got to be ready to, you've got to want to be helped. Okay. Let's have a look at the journey of love. Lawnmower's gone on. So let's finish with this card, and I may be back. I felt like I was going to do a what on earth is going on reading. And anyway, this might just be a little short one for now. 25, Seed of the Heart. Let's read this message. Within each one of us is a divine seed of love, waiting to blossom into fullness. We don't always know what type of blossom we shall be, however, and sometimes if we try to figure it out in advance, the blossom in itself can cause us anxiety, pain or fear, because it is taking us in an unknown, unexpected direction. We may even fear that the direction we are heading in is away from our life path and purpose, as if that were even possible. The seed in the heart arises as guidance when we are unfolding in a new manifestation of the divine light within. Just saw the Divine Feminine's card. I know she's here. Is that? Okay. Golden. In our garden. Garden of Eden. It comes as encouragement to trust, to surrender, to allow and to be as open, unthinking and ready for the unexpected as possible. A plant just needs the right conditions to grow healthy. And if you have ever seen a blade of grass pushing up through a crack in a pavement, then you'll know that when something is meant to grow to the light, it will do so, even against the most apparently insurmountable odds. Speaking about putting my plant pot into the sun, it's in the shade. Won't get as much growth in the shade than facing the light. Okay, but it's still growing, still giving it a good go. This oracle brings you guidance. The right conditions are being brought to you. The most perfect support for your own divine blossoming. Trust. Know that the seed in your heart knows how to grow and life supports it. It is also a sign that something in your relationships is sprouting. A new energy. Don't be afraid to try new ways of relating now as your life energy supports it. Wow. Let's end with this poem. When sky can imagine, the dark awake in awe, light pervades, and bears the vast tranquil mystery, softly caressing the blue, bold birth. When sky can imagine, the dark awake in awe, light pervades, and bears the vast, tranquil mystery, softly caressing the blue, bold birth. Beautiful reading. I will catch up with you guys soon. Until then, take care. Much love. Bye for now.